Hi guys, Scott back here. I love sports cards. Trying to make sure my camera doesn't fall here. Um, Gonna do some 78 tops. One of my favorite sets to collect when I was a kid was the 78 top set, and I got a bunch of 78 tops here. Pulled out of the collection to show. Nice stack of them here. Um, I used to buy packs and packs of these things, 78, 79, 80, my prime collecting when I was a little kid. So I'm gonna show some 78 tops off to you today. The first one is Willie Randolph, one of my favorite Yankees. I don't have the big stars on here, but I do have a lot of good players. 78 tops, Willie Randolph, their great player. Second one, Ken Brett, the brother of George Brett. I love the 78 tops design. Here's a team card coming up, the Pittsburgh Pirates. I probably got these at a show or something like that. Pittsburgh Pirates team card. They won it in 79. That was basically their team right there. They won the World Series in 79. We are family. Nice Pirates team card there. Then we got a nice Ivan de Jesus. Great player, great hustler. He was a real good ball player. There's a nice two players on here. John Candelaria and Frank Tanana. Earned run average leaders card, 1977. Beautiful card there. These are all really nice condition. Gary Templeton, one of my favorite shortstops. They traded him for Ozzie Smith later on. And I thought Gary Templeton doesn't get the credit he deserves. He was a great hitter and a great fielder. Got traded by the Cardinals to the Padres for Ozzie Smith. Ozzie Smith was the greatest defensive player, but he wasn't as good offensive player, I think, as Gary Templeton. Here's another great player, Craig Swan of the Mets. Remember watching him pitch on Channel 9? Craig Swan. And we got another nice, great player here, Steve Kemp, who later played for the Yankees a little bit. And the Yankees were terrible. He was a good hitter with the Tigers. Got the great Darrell Evans 78 tops card here. I love the cursive lettering. I guess I identify with these cards because of the cursive lettering. And when you're a kid at that age back then, you learned cursive in school. You learned the cursive lettering in school, and I kind of identified with the cursive lettering in these cards. Here's George Hendrick, another great Padre. Great hitter, and then he went to the Cardinals too. He also, another player, played for the Cardinals later on. Then we got Frank White, great long-time second baseman with the Royals when they were in the playoffs almost every year. But they lost to the Yankees most years, except I think they won it. They beat the Yankees in 1980, but then they lost to the Phillies in 1980. Toby Harrah for the Rangers. One of my favorite players to watch as a kid because he played for the Mets and the Yankees, Lee Mazzilli. Another real good pitcher, Rick Russell of the Cubbies. Later played for the Giants, and when they went to the World Series in '89, I think it was, he pitched for the Giants for a few years. We got Mr. John Mayberry, another player the Yankees picked up when they were lousy. John Mayberry was a good hitter. He was a slugger. Greg Gross, I remember him playing with the Phillies. He was with the Cubbies. He was a great pinch hitter with the Phillies, filled in where they needed him. Greg Gross. Then we got Rick Manning, great center fielder with the Indians. Got another team card here of the Boston Red Sox. But they lost to the Yankees in that big 78 playoff game, Bucky Dent. But Reggie Jackson, he really had a game-winning home run in that series. This is Bert Hooton, good pitcher with the Dodgers. 78 Topps Beauties. We got a nice Ron Reed, the Phillies. Cecil Cooper, great slugger with the Milwaukee Brewers when they had Gorman Thomas, and Cecil Cooper. The Oakland Athletics team card. 78 Topps. Toronto Blue Jays team card. We got the St. Louis Cardinals team card. Mr. Enos Cabell, I remember him with the course with the Astros, third baseman. Ted Simmons, Hall of Famer. This is a pretty nice card. I have it in with the regular commons, but he's a Hall of Famer. Ted Simmons. Hall of Famer. Fergie Jennings, another great long-time pitcher. You're pitching for the Red Sox. Got Bump Willis. I think he had a... Did he have a 77 Bump Willis? I'm not sure if this could be his rookie. I'm not remember if he had a 77 rookie. He might have. But this is his Cup card, 78 Topps with the Cup. He might have had a 77 because Andre Dawson had a Cup card 78. And his rookie was 77. Moose Haas. Great pitcher with the Milwaukee Brewers. This is Joe Youngblood. I remember him playing for the Mets, and I think he played for the Cincinnati Reds. Jim Bibby. I remember him playing for the Pirates when they won the World Series. Here he's with the Indians. Beautiful Butch Wagner. That's a nice card. Butch Wagner, 78 Topps. Lee May. Good player with the Orioles. Orioles had good teams back then. Steve Henderson, Hendu. Here's a checklist for 78. It's a regular checklist of all the cards. See what they look like. Amos Otis. The Royals. Pete LaCock. Everybody makes fun of his name, but yeah, he played a lot of years. He was on a lot of cards. Barry Foote. Remember him with the Cubbies and then the Phillies a little bit, backing up Bob Boone. Ed Kranepool, another great player with the Mets through the years. I remember he was a pinch hitter later on. Played different positions. Mr. Art Howe. He was a manager later on. He was a good player with the Astros. Then we got Jim Fregosi. Great manager, but here he's with the Pirates. Angels and Pirates he played for. Gene Tennis, catcher. He played with the Padres, but I know he played for the Cardinals as well. Rick Wise. Everybody remembers Rick Wise pitching back in the day. 70s and 80s. Paul Moscow. I remember him pitching with the Cincinnati when they were in the playoffs and stuff. Ray Fosse. What's he famous for? Pete Rose ran over him in the All-Star game. I forget what year it was, but Ray Fosse. Kiko Garcia. I like that name. Kiko Garcia. I remember him with the Orioles. Little infielder. Rick Smalley. He played with the Yankees later on. Another guy the Yankees acquired when they were lousy, or acquired all those free agents and trading for everybody else's top players, but they were already pretty old already. Kurt Bavacqua. Tommy Lasorda's favorite player. And we have Rusty Staub. Great legendary Rusty Staub, playing with the Tigers here. Get some more in here. Of course, Tony Armas. I did a video on Tony Armas. You can search that in my thing. A career retrospective of Tony Armas and a lot of different cards he had. Cleveland Indians also, team card. Baltimore Orioles team card with all those great pictures on there. Jim Palmer and Scott McGregor and Mike Flanagan. Bruce Bochy. He played with the Astros later on when they went to the playoffs. Here's a manager's card of Bill Virdon, manager of the Houston Astros. Alan Ashby, he played for the Astros too. Later on, he's with the Blue Jays here, but he did play with the Astros. Padres team card with the great Dave Winfield on that team. Here's a team card of the Seattle Mariners. At the Kingdome back in the day. Gaylord Perry throwing that spitball. Terry Poole. I sent him a couple cards. He signed them and pen for me. Great player with the Astros. Pete Falcone, another pitcher who pitched for the Mets and the Cardinals. Team card of the Los Angeles Dodgers, 78. They had a pretty good team back in the day, but they lost to the Yankees in the World Series 2 times in a row, 77, 78. They did beat them in 81 in the World Series. Mark Belanger, pretty good shortstop. Frank Tavares, another great shortstop with the Pirates. Played with the Mets too. Rick Rhoden, a real good pitcher. Dodgers, Pirates, Yankees he pitched for. Grant Jackson. I like that warm-up uniform with Grant Jackson there. That's pretty cool. Warm-up uniform. Nice pose there. You don't see those uniforms anymore. Dusty Baker, of course. Great Dusty Baker with the Dodgers. Rick Dempsey. Used to entertain the fans during the rain delays. Manny Trio with the Cubbies, later on with the Phillies when they won the World Championship. Roy White, I met him in person. He was a nice guy. Yankees. Manny Sanguine at the A's. Played with the Pirates. Greg Minton, everybody makes fun of this picture of him with the white teeth, but he looked pretty good there. It almost looks like a cartoonish type of card, but it's really his picture. Greg Minton of the Giants. Steve Yeager, catcher for the Dodgers. Let's see who this is here. Oh, manager Bobby Cox, great Hall of Fame manager with the Braves. Many, many years manager of the Braves. Eric Rasmussen, he pitched for the Yankees a while. With the Cardinals. When they weren't too good. I remember all these players playing with the Yankees when they weren't too good. And they were pretty good players. Paul Splittorff. Another great pitcher with the Royals, along with Dan Quisenberry and those guys. Another Frank White there. We showed that one already. Jim Kern. Boy, could he throw hard with the Indians. Jim Kern. Big Jim Kern. He reminded you of Randy Johnson, how hard he threw. Bobby Valentine of the Mets. Pretty cool card of Bobby Valentine there. John Milner. He played for the Pirates and the Mets. And Bob Porsche, who played for later on the Houston Astros. He was a very good pitcher. Him and his brother Ken Porsche. Got a few more to show here. I hope I don't run out of time on my camera here. I'll try to get them in. If not, I'll just show the other ones next time. John Watham, the Royals. Another Eric Rasmussen. Joe Ferguson, I remember him catching for the Dodgers later on, in Astros, Dodgers. Larry Bittner. George Murdoch. Richie Zisk. Remember him playing for the Rangers. Buddy Bell. I got to show Buddy Bell. And this next guy, too. Buddy Bell was a great player with the Cleveland Indians. Mitchell Page, great hitter with the A's, Oakland A's. Vern Rule, he plays another guy that got traded to the Astros. Vern Rule. Len Barker, he pitched a perfect game. Len Barker. Ellis Valentine, great player with the Expos. A 5-tool player, could do it all. Pedro Borden, he came back later in his career. Pitched when he was up in age. He'd come back and pitch for the Reds for a while. Jamie Quirk, I remember he was a backup catcher with the Royals, here at the Brewers. Catch with the Royals. Rupert Jones, he played with the Yankees. Here's his rookie cup card. I think you see he has a rookie card, 77. Larry Parrish, great hitter with the Expos. And the Count, John Monofusco. George Scott. Chet Lemon, he was a good player with the White Sox. People forget about Chet Lemon. He was a good player with the Chicago White Sox back in the day. Him and Harold Baines, John Mayberry again. Some of these guys I have. Harold McRae, he was a manager. He had a little bit of a temper, but he's a good player. And his son played as well. Mike Norris. I want to show Mike Norris. Great pitcher with the Oakland Athletics. Darryl Porter. Great catcher he played with the Cardinals too when they won the World Series, I think. Or they were in the World Series. And the last one is Randy Eastwick. Got to show him. He played with the Phillies later on. Phillies got him. There you have it, guys. There's my 78 tops showing. I got all the 78 tops, so those are the ones I showed today. Thanks for watching. Take care. Remember, click what you like. Enjoy your weekend. It's Saturday, so enjoy your weekend, guys. Take care. We'll see you again with another video soon. Take care, guys, and have a great weekend. Enjoy.